Hi there. You're watching this because you care about journalism, but let's be honest, staying up to date
can be a massive downer.
And the stats back this up. News avoidance is at an all-time high, but there are amazing responses to our problems too, and more journalism is carefully covering these stories. But it's one thing doing this in a weighty 10,000 word feature catering to millennial nerds like me. It's another doing thorough solutions journalism where loads of people actually get their news. Video, whether that's a detailed YouTube explainer or a witty TikTok. Now, granted, I'm biased. I'm Adam, a climate scientist turned journalist, and my entire career has been about video, explaining complex climate topics in everything from mini documentaries to snappy sketches. And solutions journalism lies at the heart of so much of the reporting that I do. Video is great at reaching key audiences where they are, and it has a unique ability to tell stories that are visual, human, data-driven, or all of the above. Take visual storytelling. That's where, at the heart of the story, there's something awesome to show, obviously. Superficially, this can be amazing for solutions journalism, like just show an awesome new solution. But too often that looks like this.
Check out this new invention that's going to revolutionize plastic pollution.
All hype, no context. So when we're making videos that are inspired by visuals, we have to work to put things in perspective. Instead of hyping, videos like this also discuss limitations.
Okay, so actually it's still a prototype.
Instead of focusing on one cool tech, they put it in proper context.
Tackling the plastic problem means processing waste and reducing production.
And instead of just discussing the idea itself, they explain the human impacts of the problem and the solution itself.
Here's how plastic pollution is affecting all of us and the team behind a new idea to tackle it.
Which takes us neatly onto videos that focus on emotional and human storytelling, that show the people affected by climate change or working on its solutions.
I've always dreamt of installing energy-efficient tech.
For me, this is one of the most powerful things we can do with video: communicate emotion. But videos like these can, by their nature, be super anecdotal. If we're profiling a person, we only see their side of the story. Of course, if we can find a perfect source who can comment on both the personal impact and the bigger picture, then that's amazing. But that's often not possible, so we can include expert sources in parallel with emotional sources.
This is part of a broader trend to reduce fossil fuel use.
We can make this fit the tone by bringing our expert to location, or the reporter themselves can bring the authoritative voice, either appearing on camera or speaking through voiceover.
Experts are divided on whether this solution works.
Oh, damn. Now, one type of video that can easily provide enough context is the data dive. Data-driven explainers where numbers and facts are the essence of the video. These offer unique ways of bringing information that would otherwise be dry to life. But if done badly, we just share all the technical info on a solution without making the human case for why the problem's a problem or why the solution solves anything. We can work to make that data feel impactful by finding compelling, striking, or even entertaining visuals, bringing in parallel narratives with emotional focus, or by discussing the data with someone personally affecting or affected by change.
I can't sleep because of this pie chart.
Now, look. You might be watching this thinking,
okay, sure, but there's no way I can make the entirety of my videos do all this.
And that's cool. Not every video can or even should be ticking all of this off. My personal view is that solutions journalism doesn't need to be every part of every story. Often I make videos that seem to be about a problem. Europe just saw a heat wave that claimed 3 times as many lives as it would have otherwise. But the crux is the solutions that are available. Yes, heat waves are deadly, but it doesn't have to be this way. We also need to adapt to our audience in terms of the platform they're on and their needs. So when it comes to climate change, I often think about my audience's information versus misinformation levels, their engagement versus apathy levels, and their anxiety versus denial levels. And applying these principles doesn't start and end with the video itself. Of course, we need to come up with a thumbnail and title that will get people to watch our video. Whether we like it or not, that's an essential part of the creative process. But these thumbnails and titles also need to pay tribute to the issue and respect solutions journalism. Finding that right balance is tough. Like when I made a video about the nuance of palm oil, this was the title and thumbnail, which didn't do the topic justice, and the comments definitely let me know I'd missed the mark. Now, one of the essential characteristics of social media is, well, that it's social. We can lean into this, responding to other creators, celebrities, media outlets, adding solutions, nuance, and context that they left out. I do this all the time, and it helps bring new people to the climate conversation. Conversation is where vertical short-form video excels. Often these super short videos can struggle to show the big picture. I mean, they're so little, there's not much time to communicate or much space for multiple sources. Fun fact, wind turbines are powered by the wind. Like and follow for part 2. But we reporters can lean into what these media can do well, adding context to other people. We can directly respond to comments and to other creators. Great question. Here's how we can keep the lights on even when the wind isn't blowing. We can touch on what the problem is and the nuance of the solutions, even if we can't go in depth. And we can find ways to get the info across with feeling by allowing the reporter's personality to shine through.
I've always wanted to know, what even is wind?
And while these videos should stand alone, they can also drive traffic to more in-depth information. Longer form videos, articles, or even other short form videos telling other sides of the story. Look, there's no one single solution for how to incorporate solutions journalism into your video. But with social media flooded with misinformation and our news filled with disasters, finding new ways to tell new, nuanced stories, well, it's what journalism is all about. Okay, that's it for me. Bye.